Hey everybody, this is TJR with an unboxing video. And Grogu, let me go ahead and just take this from you here. Grogu likes to keep an eye on the records. He thinks they're his. Don't tell him. Anyways, though, we got here what is going to be my last shipment for the time being, not forever, but for the time being, from Vinyl Me Please. I tried their record club out for a number of months just to kind of experiment and see what it was like. Shared those videos here so you could know more about them. I am exceptionally pleased with them as a company, but I feel like they are more geared towards discovery, and I use Tidal for discovery. When I buy an album on vinyl, it's because I want to basically go from CD to vinyl. I've really liked the album. It's been a part of my past. It's something I really, really like, and I don't have it on vinyl, so I want to get it on vinyl. This sometimes does include newer releases as well because I particularly like an artist. But I feel like this record club doesn't quite fit that need. However, I definitely am keeping my eye on them for future releases because they may have things that I really want to get. And I think their releases, while maybe a little bit more expensive, are certainly well worth it. So before I closed my account with them, for the time being again, I went ahead and ordered a couple of albums that they got back in stock. When I first joined, I noticed they had previously released various albums by Fiona Apple, who's one of my favorite music artists, and they were out of stock. So I clicked their waitlist button. I found out that 3 of those releases, there were 4 actually that I was interested in, but I'm sorry, I should say 2 of them came back in stock. The other one was her recent album, which they had in stock at the time. But anyways, though, that's neither here nor there. Let's just open up this package here. There we go. And I'm going to show you these here, and we're going to look at them for the first time. One thing I will mention, when Vinyl Me Please does a release, it's always on colored vinyl. Now, these are on black vinyl, and I'm assuming the reason why is simply because they are reissuing something that they had previously sold out on. And that might be to keep the exclusivity of the first releases so that the people who bought it the first time when it first came out, who helped to make it a sellout, get something exclusive that the rest of us, the Johnny-come-latelys, don't. And I have no problem with that. And I'm referring to the 2 that came back in stock, not the newer release here. So here are 3 records. There we go. 3 albums. More than 3 records because some of them are double albums. The first one here is, of course, the recent one, the one that was already in stock because it wasn't that long ago that they released it. But this is Fiona Apple's Fetch the Bolt Cutters. And let's see here. I'll go ahead and read this to you here. VMP exclusive vinyl edition, it says here. Foil stamped edition of the Visionary Songwriters album. Sorry, this lettering is really small here. Presented on 2 LPs of exclusive 180 gram. And I can't quite read what this color is here. It's purplish, I've seen it. Anyways, let me just go ahead and open it up here for you here. And we'll take a look at this one. Get the shrink wrap off. There we go. They do new releases, a lot of them, but they also seem to want to help you discover old releases. So if you're in their classics or essentials section, you're probably going to get a lot of releases that maybe you've never heard before, never heard of. And again, I like to discover using streaming, live with the music for a while in my life, and then decide if I want to make that extra step to vinyl, because vinyl is a lot more expensive. And, this is just how I am. Of course, I do go to used record stores, and there my criteria might be very different. I might be much more willing to experiment because it's a lot cheaper. Let's pull this shrink wrap off here. I've got a split here. And there we go. Yeah, this is 2 LPs. There we go. Come off. Ooh-wee. Nice. Wow, look at that. The printing and colors are so clear. There's a foil stamp here on the back. Vinyl Me Please, exclusive pressing. That's how you know they're different. Let's see, no, I thought this was a gatefold, but it is 2 records. There we go. Ooh, there we go. What was this? Oh, this is a download card. This comes with, yeah, this comes with a download card for the album. I already have the CD. I just imported it into my iTunes, and I'll digitize this record. But here we go. We are on an exclusive colored vinyl here. We have these paper sleeves. The material inside does seem to be of a high quality, protective, though I don't know if it's anti-static. That's always very important to me. And now will the record come out? Oh, there we go. Just had to do it that way instead. Hoo-wee, look at that. I'm not sure what color they called this. I couldn't quite read it, but it's purplish, okay? All right. Beautiful. Wow. Awesome. Okay. We'll just look at one since they both look the same. All right. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. There's the second one. And let's see here. Anything else in here? I think there might be something else, actually. Oh, we do have something else in here. Huh. Oh, yeah. A booklet. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the lyrics book. I really like this. A lot of times, you know, the CD, of course, had lyrics. And usually maybe it's a little CD-sized booklet or a fold-out. And a lot of times what they'll do with a vinyl pressing is they'll take the same art. They won't do anything to upsize it for vinyl. They'll just print it as like a page. Same exact font, same exact size. But here it's in its own unique size for vinyl. It's in a little booklet, much bigger print. Yeah, that is nice. There we go. Awesome possum. Let me see here. Yeah, lyrics. We have one picture here in the back. And then we have some credits as well. Awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead here. Grogo, would you just take that real quick? There we go. Grogo's got to earn his keep. He just can't live here for free. He thinks he gets to. There we go. All right. Put these back in. They are heavy duty. Download card. There we go. And let's go ahead. Of course, I will cut off that little hype sticker and put that in. All right, so that was the first one, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. That's her most recent album. And let's see here, very critically acclaimed. You know, I would have to say that this album is not for everybody. I did review it on the channel. You can check out that video. It's not for everybody, but artistically, it's amazing. And even if you listen to it a few times and say, okay, I didn't care for it, I think you'll at least say, hopefully, but that was really unique. That was really different. That was not like everybody else. And if maybe you can at least come away with that, you know. But I really like the album. And yeah, I'll admit, it's very unusual. Very different, but and it didn't hit me immediately. It took a few listens, but now I'm really, really getting to like it. So I'm glad I put that investment of time into it. So that was the more recent release. Now we have here, two previous albums that Vinyl Me Please released, and they've now been reissued here. And the first one here is, of course, the idler wheel is wiser than the driver of the screw, and whipping cords will serve you more than ropes will ever do. Of course, most people just call it the idler wheel for short. That's what it says here on the little hype sticker here. First official vinyl reissue, it says here. Heavyweight tip-on jacket with spot gloss, pressed on exclusive 180-gram black vinyl. Okay, this is a single vinyl album here. Let's open it up here. There we go. And yeah, I can't find this album on vinyl anywhere that I look. Now, also, I'm kind of curious if I will like this album more on vinyl versus CD. I enjoyed Fetch the Bolt Cutters on CD. And if I enjoy it more on vinyl, that's even a bonus. But I already enjoyed it on CD. Now, this album here, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I hated it or disliked it. I'm just going to say that I felt like I should have liked it more, which kind of makes me wonder if possibly this album was the victim of the loudness wars. Because that's oftentimes how I feel when I experience that. Could be wrong. Now, I'm sure there's some sarcastic a-hole out there saying, well, maybe the songs weren't good. No, these songs were really well written. You can't say from any objective perspective. If you look at it from a purely academic songwriting perspective, these songs are really well written, musically, lyrically. So I have to wonder maybe if the album was the victim of the loudness wars for that reason. But I do still listen to this album from time to time. Hasn't been my favorite from her, but she's given me the albums she has given me. The other ones are so good, have been so good that okay, if she misfires with me once, that's okay. I'm not going to abandon her. This is still, I'm still going to listen to it because it's part of their whole career. And I feel like many artists have given me. I guess I should say it this way. I've heard people say, like Elton John, for instance, that they're upset that his new stuff isn't as good as his older stuff in the 70s. And maybe it doesn't quite have the impact, but he's still making really good music and it's still worth listening to, And even though he may and even if an artist misfires, that doesn't mean you should just give up on them. Unless, of course, they do it a whole lot. Anyways, though, so here we go. This looks really fantastic. I don't know how well you can see this here. Maybe I want to get the light source on it, but you can kind of see there is this almost three-dimensional feel to it. Very light three-dimensional feel to it. It is pretty amazing looking. There we go. VMP exclusive right there. Let's open this up here. Okay, and let's just take a quick look here. Okay, nothing in there. Just want to make sure. Man, heavy duty here. Real heavy duty. Here, Grogu, would you just keep an eye on that for me too? And so let's see here. So here we go. Art on the album sleeve. Art and photos here. Very nice. So yeah, maybe I'll feel differently. There were some songs that I really, really did enjoy, but a lot of them I just found like it's just not connecting with me, and I think it should. Because I examine them, the songs purely from a critical from an academic standpoint, and it's like, no, these are really well-written songs. There we go. Very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna want to hear this because, like I said, you can't find this on vinyl without paying a lot of money for an old copy on eBay or something like that. There we go. Okay. So now, one more here. This is, of course, another reissue. And this album, to me, is her masterpiece. It is a masterpiece, no matter who was doing it. Even if it's not so much, when I say a masterpiece, not just for her, but it's just a pop album masterpiece. And that's Fiona Apple, When the Pawn. And this has exclusive cover art that's different from how it initially looked when it was released. And it says here, first official vinyl release of Apple's landmark sophomore album. Foil stamped heavyweight tip-on jacket with lyric sleeve, pressed on exclusive 180-gram black vinyl. Okay, let's see here. Let's try to get this one opened here. When the Pawn, in my opinion, was one of the most maligned albums from music critics. It's one of the many reasons why I stopped listening to, print music journalism, music critics, started doing my own reviews. I felt like a lot of them, their whole shtick was, look how snarky I can be. So you're always looking for things you can criticize because it's easier to criticize And you can have more fun criticizing, at least that's what I gather from people who like to do it, than from praising. And I think it's because I think a lot of music critics don't know how to praise. They don't know what to look for, I don't think. Anyways, though, this album, when it came out, like I said, I just heard it and thought, this is a beautiful, dark pop masterpiece. And critics were basically criticizing the name of the album. That was like the majority of the reviews that I read. Because just like with the Idler Wheel, When the Pawn had this really long esoteric title that was printed across, you know, the length of the album jacket. It's been shortened to just When the Pawn. But a lot of the critical reviews I read, they were just about how long the title of the album was and how stupid they thought that was. So, and some of them just parodied the title and made fun of it, and that was their review. And the album was a joke for that reason. I just couldn't believe that was the level of criticism because, once again, it's, I guess, being snarky sells magazines. And of course, well, negativity and being snarky on the internet certainly gets clicks. And, you know, you can always best manipulate people when you've got them angry. And there are a lot of channels on YouTube that just, that's what they do. They keep you angry about something and just give you this continuous negative feedback loop, and it becomes addicting. So anyway, so here we go. When the Pawn, let's open this up here. Okay. And there we go. Give that a look. Let me bring it a little closer here. There we go. Got all the lyrics here, photos, and then of course we've got this here. The other side. And yeah, this is the actual original title that was on the original front cover. This big, long, esoteric thing here. And of course, this is on black vinyl, so I'm not going to pull it out. I'm just, yeah, we're just going to admire the art here. And once again, very heavy, thick stock here. Let me see here. Anything else enclosed? No, that's it. No download card. Interesting. I always think that I can excuse specialty companies like Vinyl Me Please for not doing download cards, maybe, you know. Although, but you know, because the legalities involved may not all be in their hands because they're reissuing albums by other artists and they're working with a lot of different labels and they're doing their own pressings. So I can understand why they may not be able to. But I think record labels as a whole, I don't always blame the artist, but record labels as a whole should always include a download card with the album because people who like vinyl still love to hear music on their mobile devices. You know, we still like to play music in our cars, and so it's good to have a download card so we can download a copy to our mobile device. At any rate, though, of course, I digitize my albums, but not everybody does. So that is When the Pawn, and that's the third one. There was one other album that they had issued a while back that is still not available, and that is, of course, her debut album. And if that gets released, I'll literally rejoin just so I can buy it. You can buy their albums if you're not a member, but you have to pay more, and also you have to wait until their members have had their pick, and by that time there may not be any. So I would just rejoin so that I could, you know, buy the album and then maybe, like I said, with the monthly membership, see what else I get. Like I said, I'm not going to completely leave Vinyl Me Please. I'm just going to stop for the moment and just keep an eye on them. And, you know, maybe I'll rejoin again, maybe for just a month or two, maybe longer, who knows. But I have only good things to say about this record club company. They are doing a quality product. They are charging more for it. But if you can appreciate it, it's worth the money. Anyways, though, so those are what I got right now. Going to be checking these out, going to be listening to them. Really looking forward to doing the CD vinyl comparison, see what I think, especially with the Idler Wheel album, especially with that one. Just want to see how I react to it, how it feels. But there we go. What do you think of Fiona Apple? You know, I've been thinking that maybe I should do a video about When the Pawn and try to bring more attention to it, you know, because I just really feel like this is an overlooked and incredibly underrated masterpiece. So maybe I will talk about this album at some time, just a separate video. Anyways, let me know what you think. What do you think of Fiona Apple? Are you a fan? Give me your thoughts. What's your favorite album by her? And as always, if you want to see more videos like this, please click like. That's the most important thing you could do first, is just click like. I would also love it if you subscribed, and I would love it if you hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And if you'd like to be a patron supporter, and I want to stop and thank my mighty patron supporters right now, please go to patreon.com/TJRTheOriginal. And if you can't be a patron supporter, no problem. Just click like, show your support that way. And share these videos with anyone you think might be interested in seeing them. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.